live today from the Mie Prefecture of Japan as we look forward to the Japanese Grand Prix. The 2015 race here was one of only 5 Grand Prix in history to feature no retirements at all. Although with the highly competitive field we have today, I don't expect we'll be repeating that stat anytime soon. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles, and it's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 racetrack. The drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. And keep an eye out for overtakes going into the final chicane. As the drivers complete their preparations down below us on the grid, one man who's no stranger to the pre-race pressure is Anthony Davidson, who joins me in the commentary box today. Great to have you with us, Ant. I'm sure you can tell us all about what goes through a driver's head before lights out.
Well, from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Okay, remember to protect the inside on the run down to turn 1. Make yourself as wide as possible, robust but fair.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. It's Sauber in pole position
more
there,
GP.
and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Rosberg, Lewis Hamilton and Kvyat, Haryanto, Gutierrez, Hülkenberg and Sergio Perez, Massa, Button, Valtteri Bottas and Grosjean, Vettel, Sainz, Daniel Ricciardo and Fernando Alonso, Ericsson and Palmer, Kevin Magnussen and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Welcome guys to a brand new video on F1 2016. It's the career mode once again. We are here starting off a little bit weirdly because I had to restart the game because of the fact that we have an issue with the helmet in the qualifying stream. We are on pole position for this race, guys, for 5 rounds remaining of the championship. Can we get somewhere close to the mid-pack in terms of the Mercedes and see, not Mercedes, flipping out Williams. I'm losing the plot today, guys. I'm losing the plot. We have got a mixed bag today. We have got dry conditions, and then it's going to rain at the end of the race. So we are going to stick with the 2-stop strategy and go as long as possible on the hard tyre to maybe, just maybe, jump onto the soft, try and do one less stop if you know what I mean, and stick to the 2-stop instead of doing a 3-stop. Or we could take a gamble. We'll wait and see. I am going to stick a extra lap of fuel in the car as well. 2 laps of fuel, just for the sake of it, for the bants. And our target today, guys, in terms of likes, is a big one, as it is the Japanese Grand Prix, a classic track. We're going to go for over 100 likes in this, guys. If we could smash it, that would be amazing. And if we do smash it, guys, I will do the next episode of Career Mode tomorrow, guys, because I was going to give it a day off. But if we smash 100 likes, guys, I will do the USA Grand Prix in the next video tomorrow. So if you want to see that, guys, slap a like on it. If not, it will be on Thursday most likely. The episode will be up. But anyway, we're going to go onto the grid then. No formation lap in this series. It's now time for the Japanese Grand Prix. The helmet is back, thankfully, which is a good sign. And away we go here in Suzuka. And it's a fantastic start from us off the line. Rosberg's going down the inside of Verstappen, doing like a Senna Prost moment from 1989, I think it is. I could be wrong. If anyone can clarify that to me in the chat, that would be fantastic. But we are leading this race, and obviously Rosberg's going to be on our back in a minute because he is on the soft tyre. But luckily for us, we were one of a few drivers to qualify in Q2 on the medium tyre, along with Verstappen and Kimi Raikkonen, which is pretty impressive for us. So, and we were quite lucky in Q3 with the weather, so we're not going to be bothered if Rosberg gets past us, because obviously he's going to be probably doing a 3-stop, whilst me, Verstappen and Raikkonen will most likely do 2 stops unless a safety car comes out and spoils the party for us. So we're still leading this as we continue on. Obviously Rosberg currently the championship leader, and it's ahead of Verstappen, so Rosberg could extend his lead here in the championship quite massively here, because Hamilton's down the pecking order and Verstappen is in third. And I think he's under pressure actually, so Verstappen could drop another position here. We'll wait and see, as I just realised my mouse is in the way. And we can take 130 off completely flat. Rosberg's still with us, so we could really harm his tyres here, the front tyres of Nico Rosberg, if we can, of course. As we come down then to start lap 2 of this 27 lap race here, and at least it's dry, not like it was in the AOR race we had around here, in probably one of the most bizarre races of the season, if I'm honest with you guys. So we'll see how we pan this one through. As we could wrap this series up, guys, by the end of the week. Sunday potentially could be the final episode, but it's not 100% finalised just yet. I would like to get it done by Saturday, realistically, because I was going to plan to do 100% for the final race in Abu Dhabi. A little bit of a cheeky knock up there at the hairpin. But if we do hit 100 likes, guys, the career mode will be starting earlier tomorrow. It'll be starting at 2 o'clock for qualifying and then 3 o'clock for the race tomorrow, because I am out at 5 o'clock. So that's why I'm starting an hour earlier than usual. But we're actually going to go and lean for a bit. I think you guys may be wondering why, but I'm thinking about tyre wear now in this one. And we're going to try and do one stop before the rain comes. So that's why I'm going to drop it down. We will be under pressure from both the Mercedes, as Hamilton now has just gone up to P3, I've just noticed. So we will be under pressure from the Mercedes. I'm not really bothered about that at the minute, at this point, because you can see Hamilton now fastest by nearly a second actually. As here comes Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton now. But just going to try and save a bit of, be conservative on the tyres now, because most likely we're going to be doing 3 stops. Rosberg and Hamilton will probably do 4 if the rain comes and it is deemed intermediate weather. Hopefully that won't be the case, but we'll pray. I know a lot of you will want that, of course, but the mandatory tyre is the hards as well, so if we can get these tyres as long as possible, we may... Wait for Jeff. Wait for Jeff to stop. We could maybe, if we get these tyres long into the race, we could potentially do medium, hard, medium in this race and not medium, hard, hard. So we'll wait and see what pans out in this race with the weather. But we're putting away from, we're not putting away from the 2 Mercedes, but the 3 of us are putting away from Verstappen, which is important. Verstappen can hold the train up behind, as he's on mediums, of course. So here comes Rosberg then. Both Mercedes doing a bit of double slipstream strategy here. And Hamilton's going for a move, it seems, on Rosberg, which would be quite funny. Oh my god, they did. Oh my god, Hamilton made the move. And that would have been game over for the Mercedes there. Very interesting, that, I've got to say. That was a scary moment for any Mercedes fans right there. But Hamilton now is on the charge right now, as he's got past Rosberg. But that was a scary moment for any fans of Lewis Hamilton or Nico Rosberg. And that would have been massive for the championship as well. Both of them are title rivals, like it is in real life, of course. A little bit of a tank slapper there. Oh my god, that was close. That was close there. I've got to say. I think the setup here that we're running, if you want to see the setup, guys, you have to go to qualifying, because I completely forgot to put it in this video. Also as well, from feedback from yesterday's video, the 2017 mod showcase, I will be changing the scene, the overlay, for when the results screen comes up, because a lot of you said you couldn't see the times, so that will be adjusted, and I will stick it in for both for those mod showcase videos and the career mode as well. As Hamilton's going for the move then to take the lead of the race. We're just going to let him through because he's going to run wide, and we'll just take that position back. Thank you very much. But he's coming to us side by side. We're going to have to hold it here. Took it to the give him some space, and we have got the move done. Nearly went on the grass as well, which is not ideal, of course. So oh, here comes Rosberg, and Rosberg's back up to second place. As Marcus Ericsson's the first man to pit then, off the soft tyre. So 5 laps, or 4 laps actually for Ericsson, which is quite a surprise for the soft tyres. So that's, oh, just saw a bit of a shudder there. I think that was a helicopter or something. That was kind of a bit of a weird thing to see. As the back end slid out there. Just need to keep an eye on Rosberg and Hamilton because they're going to start struggling a little bit. Very late on the brakes at the hairpin, but we somehow got it. 40% on the front right, that's interesting, okay. If we can get these to around about 7 laps, then that's quite interesting as we go a little bit wide at Spoon, giving us our first warning of the race. Let's check on Rosberg. He's pulling away from Hamilton, which is quite a surprise. And here comes Rosberg. Is he going to make it? He's going for an overtake. No, he's not. He's going to stay in line. And I've got to say, one of them's going to be pitting this lap. I'm pretty sure that one of the Mercedes will box this lap. And is it going to be Rosberg? No. Hamilton's the first one to blink, as Rosberg's going to take the lead of the race here, unfortunately, from us. With the DRS.
Really going for it. He's just put in the best lap of the race so far.
Not really bothered at this point, as Ricciardo now fastest of anyone on the track. Raikkonen's up to P3, so I don't know where Verstappen's gone, but he's going backwards. So Rosberg will most likely box this lap, I have to say. Oh, moment there. So maybe 6 laps the options can go for. Unless Rosberg's been saving a little bit of grip.
Faster than the car ahead through sector 1. Faster through sector 1.
So at least we lasted, what, 6 laps in the lead? There's Raikkonen, also on the medium, so we've got to keep an eye on him in this race. And we're just going to back off a little bit here on Rosberg. We know he's pitting this lap, or I'm guessing he's going to pit this lap. So as long as we can get out of his dirty air, and then we can launch an attack on the next lap on Rich Mix. Really attack. Try and not get undercut by Rosberg.
We're running an excess of fuel. We can turn up the engine to mix mode 3 if you need it. Turn fuel to Rich.
And we are going to do that, Jeff, so I don't know why he just said that. And Rosberg does indeed pit, so now is the time we push. Now, and hope Hamilton's in traffic. That's another thing we've got to mention. So we're going to pit on lap 8. I'm going to go for lap 8. Rosberg's on the hard tyres, surprisingly. That's a good call, that, for Mercedes. So we're going to be doing the same strategy here. So it looks like Mercedes are going to go long into this race, along with ourselves, as now the top 3 are all the medium runners from the start of the race. As there's a whole flurry of people in the pits, who are obviously on the soft tyre, of course. So Verstappen's done a bit of a poor one this race, as now we're purple in the first sector.
Our gap behind is 3.7 seconds.
As now we're going to push now on Rich Mix. Go into the hairpin. So not too bad so far. So Have to bring this home, hopefully, right now. Still 20 laps to go, though. Just check the tyres quickly. Not too bad. Apart from the front right's a bit of an issue, but 45%'s not too bad, though. Could last these long. We could maybe do like one stop potentially on the mediums and then go on to the hards to the end of the race potentially until the rain comes. But anyway, fastest lap for us. 37.8. Bit of a lock up there on the front right into turn 1 and turn 2. Easy through this very tricky section, obviously sadly where Jules Bianchi had his accident, which is a shame. It's a very difficult corner though to get right, I have to say. Can we get these to lap 10? That will be quite impressive on these tyres. I think Verstappen's pitted as well, I've just noticed, behind. Try and get these as long as possible. The clouds are starting to come in though. I've just seen a little bit of cloud cover. There's a bit more cloud cover I think in the distance, so the clouds are coming in. Weather report. Okay, no rain at the minute. There is Rosberg. So he's quite far back. He's about 17 seconds from us. Oh, that was a bit of a moment there for us. We're going to do one more lap and then box. So we could attempt the one stop here potentially. There are clouds starting to build up a little bit. And Raikkonen's just pitted as well, so we are the only man now only guy on the track now who has not made a pit stop. I think Raikkonen's jumping onto another set of mediums, surprisingly, I have to say. Raikkonen, interesting strategy there from Ferrari. Very interesting, I have to say. And we've got a nice 22-second gap to Rosberg. So traffic has to be a factor there, I have to say. We're going to box this lap, though. See if we can go long. Maybe even jump onto the soft tyre at the end, maybe. Still do 2 stops, but got to box this lap though. Take the advantage. Those tyres now pretty bad on the front right. Nico's, I don't know when, there's Nico Rosberg on the map. We've got a nice 22.5 second gap over him, so we could come out ahead of him here. As we'll box.
Switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
I want to know what the strategy is. Oh, don't do this to me now, Jeff. You give me the strategy call right at the end there. So we're going to come in then onto the hard tyres. Raikkonen's got past Hamilton. Come on, boys, give me a good stop here. No, that's not too bad. As we're onto the hard tyres. Next question is, where's Rosberg? That's the question. We've got to keep an eye on where he is. And there he is. And we're going to come out ahead of him here. So traffic's played a factor in this moment of the race. Got a nice gap, so we still hold on to the lead of the race. Raikkonen's one to keep an eye on, I've got to say, if he's on mediums. But the clouds are coming in, as you can see now. A regular thing now. But I think the rain's going to come maybe in the last couple of laps. So I don't think it's going to... It may not be enough for dry for wets or inters.
We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
Let's run a little bit wide again. So as long as we get these tyres to about lap 20, 21, we can make this strategy work. So we'll wait and see. The hards have been good in practice, so that's definitely some words of encouragement. Press there. Take a little bit early at Spoon. Got a little bit of grass on the front left tyre, which isn't going to help us, as that's just proving the point. Very close though between the whole field, I've got to say. So we've got 1.5 seconds to Rosberg at the minute. A little bit of a tank slapper there as we start another lap. We'll bump it up to standard now.
22.8 seconds.
So Raikkonen's 3 seconds behind us, 3.4 seconds, as Rosberg's only 1.4 behind us. So we're going to bump up to standard now, just see if we can match his pace on a lower fuel mixture, because I think Rosberg's on rich at the minute. But do remember, guys, as well, if you just joined, to join the official Discord for our Ryan LAC3. It's just a way for you guys to get a bit closer to me and talk to me. It's a nice interaction that we do. I will be on after this stream for about 10 minutes or so, just to give some feedback on the stream, and doing a mini Q&A as well, which will be quite exciting. So the mods will post it in the chat if you want to join us. And also as well, please make sure to vote as well in the top right hand corner for a series that I may be launching very shortly, or as I've got an itch on my foot, which isn't really ideal. We may start the 2017 season mod career mode a bit earlier than usual, just because hopefully by the time, we don't know how long the guy's gonna get the performance mod done, because he's only on the 3rd race of the season. So I may just start it off early, and it will be the replacement of this series for now, as we're going to be doing the Nations Cup as well alongside that series. So we're going to have 2 mini series, well, 1 big series, which is the mod career mode, which will be on once a week, and the Nations Cup will be on 2 times a week, with the feature race and the sprint race being in the same week, as Ericsson's back in the pits again as he makes his stop. So we're all pulling away now from Rosberg, it seems. So Marcus makes his 2nd stop. So 3 seconds now is the gap. So I think Rosberg's starting to see a little bit of grip loss now on his hard tyres. He's now getting a bit of pressure from Raikkonen behind on the mediums, it seems. So we can see there's Rosberg, and there is Raikkonen right on his trumpets. So obviously the big upgrade we had before we ceased R&D, the downforce really helping us on this track specifically, as it's more of an aerodynamic track.
Engine is showing small signs of wear. Power output will be down.
Shut up, Jeff.
Confirmed.
Why not? Let's shut Jeff up for a minute. The clouds are building up. Don't think it is going to be, the rain's going to be that big factor in this race as I was thinking it would be. We never know what might happen. So the gap is 2 seconds now, 2.7 to Raikkonen. I think Raikkonen may get a pass here for P2, but he will pit again, of course, so he will pit maybe next lap off those medium tyres and maybe go into the hards, maybe to the end of the race. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously Rosberg now 7 laps into his hard tyres. So we'll see how that pans out for him. A little bit of a moment there for myself. Don't want to be doing that. So there is Rosberg still holding on actually from Raikkonen, which is quite a surprise. The Ferrari is the fastest car in the field from the performance comparison. So quite surprised really, Ferrari aren't really picking up wins. And it just seems that Rosberg's doing a good job there. Could be a matter of time though, because they are literally side by side with each other, I think, on the map. So we'll see if that is going to be a pass for Raikkonen, and it is indeed. Raikkonen now up to second, but I've got a feeling he's going to box this lap for a set of hard tyres. So we have a little bit of a moment. Raikkonen, I think, has stayed out. He has indeed. So now, because of that battle there with Rosberg, the gap's up to 3 seconds again. So that's definitely what we want right now. We run a little bit wide. Shouldn't have really flicked the engine mix until we actually made the corner. So that was a bit of a mini bottle there from us. So we'll go through. The S is absolutely fine, apart from that mistake at turn 2. And Raikkonen he's actually lost a position actually, so Raikkonen's down to P3 again. So that battle's going to continue on. As we're now already at half distance, I've just noticed on the timing screen, so that's not too bad. For us to be halfway through this race, still leading this. It is starting to get a bit very cloudy now. I think the sun's gone, so I think the tyre wear is going to be affected a little bit. Maybe for the best. With colder temperatures, you never know what could happen. See, 19%. So we can actually go quite far in this. If we can get to lap 22, then that will be a great achievement for us to jump onto the soft tyre. I don't think one stop is possible. If it's a gamble though. We did make that gamble, if you guys remember, a few seasons ago. It didn't work for us. Oh, Jeff's giving us a strategy. This will be interesting. We'll try. We'll have a look in a minute. We ain't doing the same mistake we did on the last lap. Keep change. Keep current. Okay, it's changed anyway. Apparently we're pitting on lap 18 for a set of hards to the end of the race, but I doubt that. Thanks, Jeff, for just making me a bit confused. So. My bad. Weather forecast. Oh, great.
Currently P8. The gap is 26.0 seconds. They're on old hards. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 40.2.
I don't know what Jeff was saying there. Didn't even mention Jensen Button, so. Weather forecast. Weather report.
Rain is scheduled to be with us in 15 minutes time.
There we go, lads. We've got heavy rain coming, light rain coming. Oh, that's a bad line through Spoon, Ryan. We've got rain coming in 15 minutes. So it is coming, lads. It is coming.
There's static over the radio. Say again.
Fuel information.
There's 16 laps of fuel remaining. We're lapping with a lot of excess fuel in the car. Try to burn through it and lighten the load.
Don't turn early, Brian. Car behind.
Raikkonen behind. Okay, the gap behind is 2.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:39.7.
39, Jesus. Raikkonen's having a poor run. I think he's just been passed again by Nico Rosberg. What am I doing there? Don't do that, Ryan. It is now overcast, lads. The rain is coming. Let's get some rain hype in the chat. Weather forecast.
Looking at the radar, we should see light rain within 10 minutes time.
Lads, it's 10 minutes now. Shall we stay out on these tyres? We'll have a look at the tyres at the minute, but this is why I run in lean, because I'm saving tyre wear. Yes, they're going to catch up, but think this is pretty ideal. 26% as well, so we can go quite far in this until the rain comes. So we're coming up to now nearly 8 laps on these, and they've done 25-26%, so they're working quite nicely. Vettel hit 150 laps. That's impressive, that, if that is the case. And I think Raikkonen and Rosberg have exchanged positions yet again. I think they're pitting now. Are they? No, Raikkonen's staying out. How's he staying out on those mediums? It's pretty impressive for Kimi Raikkonen. But if they keep squabbling, then that's going to help me, of course. Use a little bit of Rich here. I don't really want to use Rich because it will just harm the tyres, which is something I don't want to do. So we'll drop it to standard for a little bit. That gap has increased a little bit. Oh, a little bit wide though at that corner, but we're purple in the first sector, which is quite important. There is Raikkonen. We'll check the weather forecast in a minute. We could either stay out, or what did Reese say? What did Reese say? Look at that, it's not bad though, 36%. That's not too bad. I've got to say, I'm very impressed on my tyre wear in this race so far. Weather forecast.
Light rain is scheduled to arrive in about 10 minutes.
Okay, it's still 10 minutes or so. But we all pit anyway for softs if we get to 21. I just don't think using hards again is just ideal. $150 laps. Wow, okay, Massa and Vettel done pretty well. Williams have surprised me today as well in winter testing of their pace. I think some teams they were sandbagging a little bit. Red Bull have come out of their shell as well. I think Mercedes are sandbagging definitely. Ferrari have just gone on their own business, really doing medium runs today. As speaking of which, Raikkonen and Rosberg are pitted. I've just noticed as well. Onto hard tyres. That's interesting. Let's run a little bit wide again. So everyone, the leaders are pitted, but well, the guys behind me are pitted. So this is now going to be interesting for what. Okay, Reese, I'm taking your word for it, mate. I'm taking your word for it. We'll stay out. I love the chat just spam me going, stay out, stay out. I'll stay out, don't worry, we've got 22 seconds. I think it's 19 seconds a pit stop. But Ferrari looking pretty strong. Raikkonen doing a good job for Ferrari here. Massive moment at the last corner. Weather report.
We're expecting light rain within 5 minutes.
Oh, here we go. Rain in 5 minutes, lads. But remember, we don't know how long it's going to be until the track is wet enough. We've got to wait for the rain to come, and then it's just going to take a little bit of time before it gets wet for inters. And we're coming up to nearly 8 laps to go as well. So we'll wait and see actually. I don't know what's going to be the decision here. If it gets wet enough right near the end of the race, or with a few laps to go, do you switch it to inters? It's going to be a very tough decision. Ericsson's in the pits. I think he's going to jump on some soft tyres.
Marcus is pitting now. Marcus is in the pits.
So this is why I'm in standard and lean for most of the stints, because we've done pretty well to get these as long as possible. Back end still having a bit of issue right now, I've got to say. Starting to struggle a little bit, I'm not going to lie. We are losing a bit of time to Raikkonen now, 7 tenths lost. We get a lock up. I'm just praying this rain comes soon as, because I'm starting to struggle. I'm not going to lie. Lots of you are telling me to stay out. I'll try and hold on, but I'm starting to struggle a little bit. 21.7 is the gap. Let's get the rain dance chat going on right now. I'm getting just struggling now. Just not getting any grip. And just think if it doesn't. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get a puncher. That's one thing I'm worried about. I'll check Jeff in a minute for when the rain's coming. But that first sector was disgusting, I'm not going to lie. Weather report.
The radar is showing light rain arriving in 5 minutes time. 5 minutes.
Still no rain coming. Still says 5 minutes. A little bit of tanky there. What's the gap now? 20.5. Raikkonen is gaining on us. I want to go in lean just to preserve tyre wear, but I can't really. On to lap 21, 7 laps to go. Still no sign of the rain coming. Front right's now in the 50% range. Everything else is on 47, 48%. Remember guys, 100 likes or more and we will do career mode tomorrow, even though I wasn't really expecting to do a video tomorrow because I'm going to have a day off, but if we smash it, it's just because I want to get career mode out of the way. I want to get the finale in for Saturday because I'm going to do multi-streaming going on that day. Of a 100% race. And then obviously race with the subs in the evening as well. Oh no, Verstappen's out. Max Verstappen's out of the race. Oh, if this brings out a safety car. Oh no, that would be a shame. This strategy then would be out of the window. But Max Verstappen, a championship contender, is out of this race. So he is definitely, I think, if Rosberg's still in P3, is going to open that gap up, I think, to 45 points. So that's a shame for any Verstappen fans.
Some information on Ricciardo. They have an issue with their car.
It seems the Red Bulls are struggling. Ricciardo now has issues with his car. Weather report.
We're expecting light rain any moment now.
Well, here we go then. The rain's apparently coming now. Let's get the rain dance hype going in the chat, guys. Still got 20-second lead though over Raikkonen. Let's just not pray for a puncher right now because it could happen at any point. We had it one time. I had it on 74% on the tyre wear when I had a puncher offline. So when I was practicing for an AOR race. So hopefully we won't get any of that today. And see if this one stop, we could have maybe gone on a little bit longer on the mediums as well. So I think if anyone is trying to practice for their league race or career mode race at Suzuka, try a one stop. It can be possible, I may add. So Hamilton now is up to P3, which is interesting. for the championship, so Hamilton will close the gap down if it stays as it is. Sainz has now got issues. So Carlos Sainz is the next man to have some problems. So we're coming up then to 5 laps to go, still no Sainz. Oh, halt. Now Carlos Sainz has now had issues now. Hulkenberg's got issues. Everyone's starting to fall off now, so I don't know what's going on. Hulkenberg has now got issues, Ricciardo's got issues, Verstappen's out, and now Carlos Sainz is out. What is going on in this race? Still no sign of rain. I'm not going to bother about fuel at the minute, because we're going to be completely fine on fuel. Oh, shouldn't have took that there. Back end will have a little bit of issues with grip. 64% on the front right now. A little bit of a moment there, but it's getting very dark now. Very, very dark. Concentration now. I have to full lock it now at the hairpin, which is not something I want to do. Weather report.
Sorry, we can't.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. I don't know if the rain's here or not. If anyone sees rain, guys, just post it in the chat, because I have no idea. I can't see it yet. Oh, I can now at Spoon. Lads, it's raining. It is now raining, guys, at Spoon. Let's get some hype in the chat, guys. Rain is now here. We have got rain at Spoon. So on to lap 24 then, 4 laps to go. Oh, Tom's joined the chat as well. Good to see you, Tom. This now reminds me of qualifying in Q2 right now, with this rain coming down. But I'm just glad to see that we have now got rain finally arriving right now. So let's get some hype in the chat, guys. Now the question is it going to be wet enough for inters? We're going to get the inters ready just in case, as the gap is 19 seconds at the minute to Kimi Räikkönen. We're also going to go into, I think we'll have to go lean now, just to be wary of that front right tyre, because I've just got a feeling, a little inkling that we may get a puncher. I'm kind of scared right now. But Reese is spot on actually. He said lap 25 will be around 70%. So he has got that bang on there, Reese, so well done to you. So we're going to take it in lean as well, just to preserve the rears a little bit. And it is getting a little bit damp at the minute. I don't think we should pit though. We've only got a few laps to go. We could tactically pit if it gets wet enough, because we've got just about the pit buffer, I think, to the cars behind a little bit. So if it is required of inters, then we can do it, and we've got a lap to basically pat at some point, but we'll box at some point for inters.
Right, some information on Ricciardo. They're speeding up again, so I expect they've fixed whatever the
So we'll wait and see. We've got 3 laps to go. Until I see the DRS thing pop up on the screen saying disabled, that's when we're pitting. There is Räikkönen, and there is Rosberg. And I think that's Lewis Hamilton as well. So the 2 Mercedes are still battling away, which is always nice. And Hamilton's up to P3 now. So if we pit now, I think we'll lose the lead, but I think we'll still be in like P2 or something. But we won't box for softs. I think that's just not the idea right now. We've only 3 laps to go. There's no point really. It's either stay out, preserve the tyre, or box for Inters. It just depends how intense this rain comes down, is the question on everyone's mind in the chat now. Are we gonna hold on for a win here with a tactical one-stop strategy? Welcome, Carlos, to the stream. Thanks for subscribing. I'm guessing that's you who subscribed. Just gotta take this easy now with only 2 laps to go here in Suzuka. Can we put off a win? From pole to finish. Just taking it so cautiously now. 17 seconds. And remember, if the red triangle pops up, that means we're going to get a puncher, or we're in the danger zone, as Nick's pointed out. So do think of that. I think it pops up around 80%. But now it's all about managing the tyres. So I am taking it very slowly through these corners. I'm going to try and avoid the curbs on the right-hand side, obviously, which hit the front right tyre. Oh, look at, oh, can't even turn right now through that corner. As Hamilton and Rosberg still going at it, the P3 of course. Starting to drop off a little bit on pace. I don't think the AI are going to pit as well, that's another thing. So we're going to have to really hold on here for what could be our 2nd win of the season. Obviously the last time we won was in Germany. And this would really help us in the Constructors' Championship to close the gap down to Williams for P5, which will be an amazing achievement for our first season with this team. And we've gone wide again, just showing that we've got lots of grip right now. There's no point boxing now. There is Rosberg, Hamilton and Rosberg still going at it. Raikkonen's still there. We're going to take 130R very cautiously, lifting it through there. As we now start the final lap of this Japanese Grand Prix. Is luck going to be on our side? Or is it going to troll us once again at this same track, in the same scenario as we had a punch on the last lap here, I think 2 seasons ago in Season 2. Here we go then. We have to take this so cautiously now on this last lap. 80% nearly on the front right. Oh no, there's the triangle that Nick was mentioning. And now it's disabled the rain. It has to pop up now, doesn't it? It has to pop up now. But no one's pitting for Inters, so everyone is just going to try and hold on here in these conditions right now. So we're going to take it so carefully now. We've still got that massive buffer of a lead right now. So if they are going to catch up, not particularly bothered, but we just need to bring this car home now. With only 2 sectors to go. Still no sign of Raikkonen on the map. Just need to just be safe here and avoid any lockups at all now. There is Raikkonen, under the bridge he goes. So we've still got a bit of time here as we come into Spoon. And then we've only got about 3 corners to go then of this race after Spoon. Taking it so carefully, don't hit the curbs, Ryan, come on. Not now, come on. As we come up to 130R, we're going to take so cautiously through 130R right now. Let's pray, guys, let's pray right now. Can we make it through 130R? We've gone further than before since the issue we had here a few seasons ago. We've ran wide though at 130R, but we're going to be safe here just about. If the puncture happens now, I'm not particularly bothered because we've only got 1 corner left which we've completed, and it's going to be a victory, lads. Just about. Lettermore GP wins again. We win the Japanese Grand Prix with a very risky 1-stopper. We got it done. What a win. What a win there, lads. We win the Japanese Grand Prix. A great performance and a victory.
So another fantastic victory for Sauber today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth
Height
on
for
the
Alonso.
controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Looks like they're on their way out to the podium now, and what a
Yes,
result
lads,
this
there we
is,
are.
And what a popular one with the crowd as well. Great stuff to see the Sauber team on top here today.
Well, we got the win. Obviously, beautiful helmet, not helmet, trophy there. But we win the race, just about though, so that's always a good sign. And yeah, it's my mum's made an appearance, so camera in the shot on there. So here's Crofty again. So here he is.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, it's a difficult decision for sure, but I'm going to say Pascal Wehrlein. We've been
Fair
seeing
play.
his talent elsewhere for a while now, and it's good to see him making the same kind of impact in Formula One.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
Well, as my mum made an appearance there, guys, she was happy. She was like, oh, how is he doing? How am I doing? But we win, guys, by 11 seconds, so they did catch up there by like 10 seconds on there. But Raikkonen comes home in P2. I'm certain someone's going to be happy in the chat with that. Hamilton P3, Rosberg in P4, so Hamilton closed the gap down in the championship. Vettel P5, Ricciardo 6, Bottas 7th, Button 8th, Pascal Wehrlein 9th, and Alonso gets the last points paying position. But what a race that was, I've got to say. What a race, what a strategy call. I was literally crapping myself right at the end there. I'm thinking the puncher was going to happen, but it never did. But here are the rest of the results, guys, on your screen. And the only two retirements were Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen on there as well. But in the Drivers' Championship, the gap is down to 24 points between Rosberg and Hamilton. But everyone else stays the same all the way down to Vettel on P6, jumps out of Hülkenberg. We, though, the biggest chargers up there from 11th, we're now up to 8th on 85 points. And we're getting close to P7 now, or even up to Vettel territory. So that'll be quite interesting to see how that pans out. But in the constructors, we're still P6, but the gap is now down to 32 points, to Williams. So we still have a bit of a chance here to close that gap to Williams, hopefully. So we'll see if we get there. Remember, guys, if we get close to 100 likes, then we will be doing the next episode tomorrow. So you've got time on your hands if you want, but the dislikes are rolling in right now, which is great, because I think people are like, oh, this game's not realistic with the tyres on there. So get some cheeky resource points. Doesn't make any difference for us right now because there's no point on there. Still in the purple and not bothered by career mode score. But until then, guys, that is the end of the race. So we are here with a victory on our hands, and the next round is at the Circuit of the Americas, guys, for the United States Grand Prix. Not my favourite track, if I'm completely honest with you guys, so I'm absolutely dreading it. And apparently we've hit 100 likes already, which is absolutely insane, so thank you so much, guys, for that. That means that the episode will be tomorrow, so well done to you guys, even though I wanted to have a break. We also hit the most views as well, 200 viewers watching this, which was ridiculous as well. But I'm going to wrap it up there now, guys. I may be on later with the 2003 career mode at Imola, which was supposed to be tomorrow, but because of you lot, I may have to change it up a little bit. So we'll see if I've got any time later tonight to get that done for you guys. And also make sure to vote as well. I'm going to leave the poll up until tonight, so keep voting as well in the Torah Encore. But thank you so much, guys, for the support on this video. Make sure to slap a like on this and subscribe and share the video as well for more content on this channel. The more likes we get, the more subscriptions, the more I'll get this series out for you guys. But until next time, have a fantastic day wherever you're doing, and I shall see you guys for a brand new video tomorrow as well. But make sure to join the Discord as well, guys. Link in the description and in the mods. The mods will spam it in the chat right now. I'll be on in a few minutes time, but until then, have a great night, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow or maybe even tonight for another video. Until then, it's goodbye from me. Take care, guys.